I'm Rocky Balboa, and I am the Italian Stallion! Ho ho ho! Fire! Hoo-ha! That's Al Pacino. Whatever. Welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm your host, John Maffio, and today's featured movie, if you can't tell by my boxing attire, is Creed! It is directed by Ryan Coogler, the man who directed Fruitvale Station, a movie that made me cry my motherfucking eyes out. This film stars Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. It's a return to the Rocky Balboa franchise, but not in the way you may expect. We have the 6 Rocky movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Balboa, but now we are going into a time where we have to move on to the descendants of previous people like Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, who, spoiler alert, passed away in Rocky IV, but turns out he had a son. His name was Adonis Creed. He's played by Michael B. Jordan, and Donnie is trying to prove himself as a fighter, but not using the Creed name. He wants to use his own name, so he goes under the name Johnson. But he has some trouble, but when he goes to Philadelphia, he meets Sylvester Stallone. He wants Rocky to basically train him, like Mickey did for Rocky back in the day. Sly has trouble contemplating with himself whether or not he wants to do this, and both of those characters have internal battles, as well as external battles. But will Michael B. Jordan be the man he's always wanted to be as a fighter, or will he have to take under the Creed name to have relevance? Creed is a movie I was really looking forward to, always, but I really got hyped for it like a month ago because I heard really good things about it. And I tried to subside those because I like going to movies with low expectations. Even the next big Star Wars movie coming out in a couple weeks, holy moly, I'm trying to go into that like, it could be bad. It could be okay. I did the same thing with this movie. I walked out weak in the knees because I was so emotionally exhausted in a good way from the movie. Creed is a fantastic retelling of the original Rocky movie in ways, but it also stands on its own 2 legs as something truly special, especially to audiences who care about the Rocky franchise. The movie, as said by Ryan Coogler in an interview, is basically like art imitating life, because the movie is trying to prove itself as its own standalone movie while at the same time homaging the franchise that came before it. In the movie, Michael B. Jordan's character is trying to escape being inside the shadow of his deceased father. He wants to be his own man. But when it all comes down to it, you can essentially be your father's son and still stand on your own 2 feet as somebody new. Creed is definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year, and it's got great performances all around. Michael B. Jordan has always been great in the movies he's been in, minus Fantastic Four, but that wasn't his fault. He's great. He really does feel like he is Apollo Creed's son. He's arrogant, he's cocky, but he's got the charm and the suave, and he really knows how to talk his way into a lady's bedroom. But at the same time, he's a very competitive and competent fighter. But sometimes that confidence he has can bite him in the ass. Now you have Sylvester Stallone, who comes back as Rocky Balboa for the first time in almost a decade. Seeing that he's been in these action movies, these Expendables movies for the past couple years, this is the first time he's actually performed a real acting performance in a long time, and he had me emotionally drained. He's not just playing a caricature of the character he played long ago. He really feels like the character has grown. He's learned more things since we've last seen him, and he also has a lot more to say because he's wiser. The story is very compelling from beginning to end. The pacing is really well done. Directed by Ryan Coogler is fantastic. Visually, the movie has a grounded, down-to-earth feel. You really feel like you're living in Philadelphia throughout this movie, kind of like how you felt with the first Rocky movie. It really feels like the film is basically a retelling, as I said before, of Rocky 1, in my opinion. But that's not a bad thing at all. Visually, the film looks fantastic. There are moments, even though it is gritty and down-to-earth, at the same time, there are moments where, in conjunction and juxtaposed with the incredible bombastic score, that feels very Rocky-ish with the horns and the horse. You get these moments where your heart bursts and you just want to clap because you're so excited about what's going on in the moment. Ryan Coogler, I think, has a thing for medium shots behind the shoulder and tracking shots. Nothing bad at all, but you see a consistency in the directing and the visual style with this movie. Every fight, though, has something to say and do. The third act, and including the fight that is within that third act, is one of the most compelling acts of film I've seen all year. There were parts in the last moments of this movie where I was just involuntarily reacting to things going on. Like, I would shift my head, I would clench my fists. When the movie was over, I realized that I was like literally like this. Like, I was like in like this thing, like, ugh, and I finally let out this emotion. Like, I was like, I didn't cry, but like I knew like I had emotion within me that I had to let go, and I let go of it eventually. Like, not on the side, not with my friends around. But the movie will do things to you emotionally and physically. Drained! In my opinion, Creed is a really great movie. On its own, and in conjunction with the Rocky franchise. It brings forth a new generation of moviegoers that will be introduced to this new character Creed and the old character Rocky, and they can now go back and watch the rest of the films while at the same time having a movie that stands on its own 2 feet as something special and will definitely give a knockout to a lot of movies that came out this year before it. Ha. Thinking about it, I had no real flaws with the movie. It's really well made, and it also brought the feels, and it emotionally resonated with me highly. So, having said that, I'm going to give Creed, boom, a 5 out of 5 stars. It's Maffadocious. But now I want to know from you guys, what did you think of Creed? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like. And then you can also subscribe. And then check out my Facebook and Twitters in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and let's get ready to rumble! See you guys next time.